Hello, my name's Scott Johnston, Muse Band teacher up in Portland, Oregon, and I am going to be playing for you Russian folk song. Now, this is, I believe, a pretty up-tempo piece of music. For this purpose, I am just going to play it at a standard march tempo at 120 beats per minute, which is right here. So I've got that tempo stuck in my head, and here is Russian folk song. 1, 2, ready. Now there was a repeat on there. For this purpose, I'm not going to do the repeat. For you, please do the repeat. So a couple of things to point out in this piece. Articulation, you've got slurs, you've got tenuto markings, which is a full-length note, a legato tonguing, and then you have staccato articulations. So those are some things to point out. You want to make sure you hear the difference between those articulations. So right away in the first two measures, you see all three of those. So if I were to take all those articulations away, it would sound like this. So just nice and plain. Adding the articulation creates a little bit of style. You can hear a complete difference. So it's really important to point out the articulation because the articulation does interpret style quite a bit. The other element, of course, as always, dynamics. In this piece, there's two dynamics, and mezzo forte, mezzo piano, with a little crescendo in there. Since there's only two dynamics, forget mezzo piano, forget mezzo forte. Let's just go forte and piano. Let's make a distinct difference between the two dynamics, because since we don't have any others, we can do that. You have liberties with the dynamics based on the situation you have in front of you. So you want to make it noticeable. So I play the two measures before 9 and go into 9. I'm going to go 2 measures of forte and then bring it down to 2 measures of piano so you can hear a difference. All right, so you hear the difference between the two dynamics. And if I keep on going, you see that crescendo there. And we're going to use that crescendo and push the air, bringing it back up to forte. So if I continue on from where I just stopped. You can hear that expression in there. Remember, dynamics is one of the most important things that we can do as musicians to add that expression for our listeners to make it more interesting. So there is Russian folk song.